the next job. Turn to the next job. So your next job is wordsmith. Wordsmith. So can I have someone read that description for me? Miguel?
Your job is to locate a few special sections of the text that you think your group will like to read aloud. The idea is to help people remember some interesting, powerful, funny, puzzling, or important sections of the text. You decide which passages or paragraphs are worth hearing, and then jot plans for how they should be shared. You can read the passages aloud yourself, or ask someone else to read them, then discuss them as a group.
Okay, so what I want to have you guys do, yes sir?
What's jot?
Jot, so like if I say, oh, can you jot this down really quick? Can you jot down this phone number? It's like to quickly write, yeah.
For the powerful vocabulary, we just make up any word.
Yeah, and so what I do want to tell you guys is there are, on story 2 and 3, there's one word, and I'll say it because it does come out, it does say shit in there, but again, you guys are mature about it. So when you do come across that word, I had maybe 2 or 3 groups. I gave you 7 minutes, and I want to say for about 5 minutes they were snickering at the fact that it said that. Again, I'm not saying and I'm not encouraging you guys to use it, but it does come out in the text. It's like when you see the word stupid in the workbook, it comes out, you see it, get over it. Words like that, they do appear, and it's the author's word choice, unfortunately. But nonetheless, don't let that take away from the amount of time that I'm giving you. So what I'm trying to say is, on the vocabulary portion, do not put that as a vocabulary word that you did not know. Be mature about it, and don't be silly about it, because a lot of you were putting that as like, oh, I don't know what that means, or I thought this was an interesting word. So vocabulary, just choose 1 or 2, if any. Choose 1 or 2 words, if any, that you want to draw attention to. Yes, sir.
Can you use the word or not?
You cannot, because a lot of, again, and this is all based on maturity. Some of the groups wanted to put that as a powerful vocabulary, like, well, it's a strong word, so technically I can put that in there. Again, use some common sense. Understand that authors use certain word choice, and for lack of a better word, that's the word that they use. But be thoughtful in the vocabulary that you're putting in there. So for wordsmith, some things that I want you to box in, actually, this will help you understand what you have to do as a wordsmith, is help people remember. So box that in, because this is really what you do as a wordsmith. Help people remember important sections. Help people remember important sections. So as a wordsmith, you'll notice that it says location, reason for picking, plan for reading. So I'm going to use Esperanza Rising as an example. Let's say I want to use the information that says Mama and Esperanza decide to go to California. Well, the location, it's on page 13, paragraph, I don't know, I'm just making this up. Paragraph 5. So it would be page number, paragraph, and then my reason for picking it, well, it seems important to the plot. And they give you some hints or some suggestions right here. It seems important to the plot. Plan for reading, well, because I'm highlighting this particular word or phrase, what am I going to explain about this particular event? In this case, I'm going to say, don't write this down. Well, you can write this down, but don't write what I'm writing down right here. You can say, I feel it's important because, and then whatever your explanation is. I'm going to put dot, dot, dot.
Story that we're going to read, right?
Yeah, this is based off the story that you're going to read. But again, I'm giving you examples so that way you know what to do when you get to your specific job. And so right here, which is what Shane was asking about, the powerful vocabulary, this is any words that you feel, whether you know them or not, words that you feel
are important.
that are important, or possibly words that seem like they might be important, but you don't quite know what the meaning is. Yes?
Isn't the plan for reading
not just if you read it out loud or if you're asking.
Yeah, so like, I'm glad you mentioned the word emphasis. So definitely, what points on that particular word or phrase do you want to emphasize on? So the fact that, so going back to my Esperanza, as an example, if I'm saying Mama and Esperanza decide to move to California, well, this is important. I'm emphasizing on the fact that this contributes to the rest of their experiences as immigrants to California and whatever details I'm giving after that. But this is just kind of like further explanation as to why you picked this. And then of course on the bottom, I want you guys to always make connections to what you're reading. So you give connections to your own personal experience. If this is the job that you get, you're not going to ask your group and say, okay, how does this relate to you? How does this relate to you? How does this relate to you? Because on just about every job, if their job isn't already included in their description, they have a connection to the text that they make as well. So go ahead and turn to the last job. So the last job is connector. Can I have someone read this particular description? Desiree?
Connector. Your
Yes.
job is to connect the context of the reading selection to current or past real words, events, and experiences. You will also connect the reading to other forms of literature, music, art, and or media.
Okay, so pretty much all you're doing is what the job title says. You're connecting to different aspects of our